Okay, the next package that I'm going to show you is the Genius Growth Package. This one is probably one of my favorites because it includes the two previous tools that I showed you. So the Genius Engager and then also the Genius Birthdays. But it incorporates the CRM, which I talked a little bit about, as well as a few other tools that I found to be extremely helpful in the past couple of months. So the first one I want to dive into is called Easy Messenger. Easy Messenger is essentially an AI trained system that you can enter your business information into, and it's going to go and start having conversations with people in any Facebook group or on your friends list in any label. So I'm going to show you a little bit more of what that looks like. This may look complicated because you've never seen it before, but don't worry. We have trainings that actually teach you how to set this up within a few minutes. We also have a template that you import, which is going to give you all of the basic setup included in the package. So what I want to note is this is an AI system that can have a full conversation start to finish with somebody, as well as even provide a link for them to move to the next step. So let's say you are maybe selling beauty products and you find a Facebook group that has people with dry skin, for instance, and you can relate this. This is just an example. You can relate this to any business. Let's say you find a Facebook group with people that have, dry skin that they're struggling with, and maybe your products specialize on correcting that dry skin. You can have the AI go directly to that Facebook group and start friend requesting and having conversations in your inbox for you. So that might look like, hey, Sally, how are you? They respond, hey, where do I know you from? Well, we met in this Facebook group and I noticed that you're struggling with dry skin like I do. What products or what things have you found that are helpful? So it's engaging in conversation for you. You can choose to have that just be having initial parts of conversations, and maybe you personally pick it up at a certain point. You can certainly do that, or you can even train this to engage fully through the whole conversation, which that those conversations are going to show up right in your inbox. So it's not like this is occurring somewhere else. It's literally going to come up right in your inbox. So you can go and look and read at the end of the day what the conversations were and where people are at. So that's kind of one part of the system. The other part is you can have it set up lists. So I have a lot of different colored labels here, as you can see. Some of them are unlabeled, which means I need to go and label them. Some of them are actually labeled for people that are currently in different systems with me. So you know that I do virtual events. If I wanted to tag my virtual event chat, I can name that virtual event or event chats. I created all of these labels myself, so you can have them say whatever you would like. I have them, and that's part of the CRM that's also included in this package. So let's say that our AI system, you wanted them to engage with maybe people that you sent information to about your products 3 months ago. You could have them in a follow-up label and engage your AI to go in there and say, hey, Denisa, how are you doing? What's new? How's life been? You can have it say and do whatever you want it to, which is kind of nice because some people are a little bit turned away from AI, but what I've found from using it is that you're actually training it yourself and that you are implementing your own business ideas, strategies, and communication. So essentially, it's like a duplicate of you that you're able to train and monitor. So I have found it to be a huge time savings. Anyways, so let's just say that you're walking through and you're, having conversations with people. You want to turn it off when you want to, you can go ahead and do that. The next thing I want to note, so that's kind of the quick and basic on that. If you need more information on it, definitely let me know. The next thing that I want to dive into is actually the CRM. So with these groups, or I'm sorry, with these programs, you're going to be generating a lot new conversations that you haven't had in the past. So my Genius Leads came up with a system called Genius Messenger CRM that's actually going to color code and label those people. So you might notice that I only have 5,000 followers, but I have 8,000 friends in here. The CRM system is actually able to pull from Messenger every single communication point you have ever had with anybody on Facebook, whether you're physically friends with them on Facebook or not. So don't ever worry about unfriending people that maybe you don't know or haven't talked to in a long time, because you're still going to have them in your CRM forever, which is completely downloadable. It's going to split people into labeled friends and unlabeled friends. So over time, I kind of drip campaign or message the people that are unlabeled and move them into labels so that I know where they're at in my process. The Genius Messenger CRM, you can have broadcast. So these are different broadcasts that I've sent out for, this label. Let's just say these are vendors that I want them to become featured vendors, meaning I want them to submit their information to me so that I can feature them on my business page. I did not physically send out all those messages. I had the system do it. So there were 138 people in that label. I did pause this, so it's not complete yet, but 67 of them were messaged. 9 of them failed for some reason. So maybe they shut down their Facebook accounts or moved to different systems or things like that. So I can come in and look at, okay, what messages were sent, who all was that communicated to? And those messages are going to be sent from me through my messenger. And I've told the system exactly what to say. So that is taking out a lot of footwork. I use this one a lot if I'm running errands or out and about or spending time with family. I still feel accomplishment at the end of the day because I'm not sitting there physically doing all the messages. The system's just running them for me. And then, of course, you can move them through the labels. I have different ones, people I need to follow up with in certain months, people that I need to have more information sent to, or that I've maybe had conversations with. So I'm able to label and see where everybody is at in the process. So that is the Genius Messenger CRM. The next one I want to show you is called the Disconnector. And let me find it up here. These are all of my Chrome extensions up here, which can get a little bit crazy. So here's my Genius Disconnector. Basically what this is doing is syncing and analyzing the friends on my list. And it's going to tell me, and this could take, okay, good, it's loading. I was going to say it could sometimes take a few minutes. It is actually analyzing and labeling all of the friends on my list. So we will come back to this if it doesn't show up right away, but it looks like maybe it is. This is actually analyzing all the friends on my list. It's going to come up and show me friends that are lost, or maybe friends that deactivated their Facebook account, or maybe friends that I haven't talked to in a long time or never had a conversation with. So I realize it's analyzing, but it's going to actually show the number of reactions I've had with people, the number of comments that I've received from people. It's going to show how many people or message conversations we've had together. It's going to show if we've even had a conversation. Maybe in some cases we've had no conversation at all. It will go ahead and tell me that. And then it's also going to show if they're active on Facebook or not. From there, I have the ability to actually go ahead and unfriend them in bulk. I better go grab my charger. Give me 1 sec. Phew. Okay, we're good. So anyways, the disconnector is going to do that automatically. So let's say there's 100 people that I want to unfriend. I can select those 100 people. It's going to show me their name and information, and I can click unfriend. The system's going to do that for me. So you might say like, oh, I'm trying to grow my followers. I don't really want to lose any, and I don't want to unfriend any. The benefit really that I've seen in doing this is that accounts that are deactivated or not active or not interacting with your posts and activity are actually weighing your algorithm down. Facebook manages everything based on how much activity is on your page. So if you've got 1,000 friends and none of them are liking or loving your posts, chances are those 1,000 friends are not even seeing your content. So by disconnecting with some of those ones that maybe are not engaging with you, and I'm not saying to utilize that for friends and family, obviously they can stay on your list forever. You have the option to remove or keep them. But I'm saying maybe people that you came across on Facebook and friend requested because maybe they look like they had common interests, but then the relationship never really went anywhere. Those are the kind of people that, aren't engaging on your things, and they make your account look like you have a lot of friends, but not a lot of engagement. And Facebook will actually show less of your data to them. It's better to have less friends on Facebook and more engagement, because then you're reaching more people that are genuinely interested in what you're doing. Having a lot of friends does not equal having a lot of people interested in your content.
So that is the disconnector. The scheduler has been and I'm going to let this just load. The scheduler has been a great replacement to the third-party apps that we've had in the past. So within the scheduler, this is actually a Chrome extension, so it wasn't taken away from Facebook when the rest of the programs were, that you can schedule content in. So I'm going to come down to the scheduler and I'm going to show you. These are different posts that have been posted and scheduled through the scheduler. So a lot of my event information has actually been done through the system. So when you come in, you can see that I've posted to multiple places at the same time. I've pasted my content and uploaded my image, and the system is auto posting it to all of those groups for me. So this is just a nice, easy, simplistic system that is going to schedule your content for you. Let me show you some of the features that you can utilize with it. So you've got a content library that you can select posts from. You can decide what kind of post it is so that it gets saved to a folder. You can select obviously the date and time, any tags if you want to tag some of your content, just meaning like kind of organize it in the scheduler system. You then can select where you want to post it to. So in addition to posting things to groups, you can post things to your personal page as well. You can repeat a post. So let's say you want to post the same thing for, 7 days in a row, or maybe once a month. You can choose that option. You can choose that frequency, as well as like if there's a time delay. Another feature I love about this is you can actually have it auto post the first comment. What that means is you have a post hit your Facebook page, and this one's being utilized by this right now. So let me come in and open up Facebook again. But you can have the first comment hit your post. So let's just say you usually like to include a shopping link and you don't want to include maybe the shopping link in your actual post. You can have the first comment on that post trigger here with the shopping link, or maybe you just want to provide more information, but it doesn't fit in the part of your post that you want it to, and you want it to be a comment. You can choose that option to comment for you. In the next section, so let me just kind of set one of these up real quickly. As just kind of a mock, so you can see the next page. You can use your information. So this is the body of the post, and then you upload the image. Or what I like is you can choose one of those fun Facebook backgrounds that's actually from the scheduler. So you can come in and choose any of the backgrounds just like you can when you're doing a Facebook post. If you're not sure what to say, you can use AI generated content. So you can tell it, hey, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to say. I want it to be a certain length, a certain feeling. I wanted to generate images. And you can have the AI actually come in here and create posts for you. Once you have your post information up, you can, select when it's going to post and where, and it's just going to continue to do that for you. So you can always never miss a post. Again, with that AI process, let's say you want to schedule a post every single day and you want AI to come up with that post. So you want it to be an assistant, or maybe you want this to just be an engagement post that asks a random question on one of your Facebook groups every day. You don't need to be a genius and create that information. You can let the AI do it for you. Again, always make sure that you are having that information double checked to make sure that it sounds like you and that you want it to be saying, the things that you want it to. The last tool in this section I'm going to show to you is called the Let Stories Drive. This is another one of my absolute favorites because it is essentially going through, and I'm trying to open it, but I might have too many windows open right now. Let me just see. So I am just closing some of these. Looks like it's probably reading some of my information. I'm going to close these ones. Let me come in here and try to reopen it. Okay, so, whoops, not that one. This one. I might have a little internet lag. There it goes. Okay, so Let Story Drive. This is a tool that can auto respond to anybody that has commented or reacted on your posts, or I mean, on your stories. So this is a story section that I did yesterday. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different parts of my story. This Let Story Drive can come in and say, okay, 5 people liked or loved this part of my story. 2 people liked or loved this part of my story. I can set up an automation that's going to auto message anybody that likes, loves, or comments on my stories more information. Or maybe it just says, hey, I saw you liked my story. Tell me more what's going on, or how are you doing? You can set this up to be automated on your own stories. You also can have the system, and I run this overnight all of the time. You can have this engaging on other people's stories all night long. So this one I had just started today, but let's say you're on your Facebook and you've got, everybody's stories that come up. The Let Story Drive is going to go story by story and do whatever you tell it to. So if you tell it to love everybody's first and second story on their timeline, it's going to do that. It's going to work person to person the whole way through, liking, loving, liking, loving. What this is doing is telling Facebook you're extremely active, and it's having these people say, wow, this Tracy Lee account is liking and loving my story. What is this person about? And it causes them to come and look at your main Facebook page. So once your Facebook page is set up and your, not your page, your profile is set up and you're marketing your stuff, it's going to cause them to say, okay, well, who is this? Or what are they up to? They're going to come to your page. Every time they come and look at your profile, it's raising your algorithm. So they're going to continue to see your content more. I hope that makes sense. And it's going to tell you, how many stories they've had, how many are engaged on, how many stories it's pulled. So this system has pulled 678 different people, and it's synced 1,900 stories. So if I want to stop the engagement, let me go ahead and refresh my page and run the engagement. Just give it a second to load. Okay, I'm going to start the engagement. And it's going to go to work for me on my stories. So it's loading right now, but it will pop up with a screen that shows you exactly how many stories it's working through. So that is the most fun part of the Genius Growth Package. I love, love, love these tools. So this one specifically covers 7 of the tools that my Genius Leads offers. This package is $167 a month. And that is expensive for a lot of people, but also for many, it's going to create the results fast enough to be able to kind of compensate for the cost. If you're looking to resell this package, it's $317 a month for a limited time. That is going to go up once they get the full program launched. But inside of the system, so the first tool I showed you, if you're reselling it, is $217. The second tool, which includes the first one and the birthdays, is $247 if you're reselling it. The third one I just showed you is $317, which really includes, I would say, a great starter of packages to be able to resell. And with this, you get 100% commission. So if you're reselling so let's talk conversationally about taking out the resale option. So maybe you want to resell it for $317 a month. You want to have the ability to resell all of this. This package you can resell for $67. You make $67 a month reoccurring every single time somebody pays. If you're reselling the $97 package, so again, take out the ability to resell it. Somebody just wants to get started by using the Genius Engager and using birthdays. You're making $97 every single time somebody is making their monthly payment. And then the Genius Growth Package, which I found really to be the sweet spot because it includes so many tools and has the CRM and has the scheduler and engager and all of the things, is $317 for you, but you're reselling it. So every time somebody pays $167 for this package, you're getting paid 167. So you can compensate for the extra cost you're paying to be able to resell it pretty quickly with one or two people that are having it consistently, and everything after that is profit. And the next section I'm going to add on is adding all the other tools. And it is $617 a month, which again is something maybe you can work up to when you're ready. Maybe you're just ready today to start at the Genius Engager package and you just want to start at that $67 a month and have the Genius Engager go and create a bunch of conversations and have them for you. That's okay to do. You can always work your way up. The more conversations you have, the more ability to generate extra revenue for your business you have. And then the more ability that you have to be able to flip that into, you know, upgrading packages and things like that. But again, if you're looking at this as, hey, this is something that I can resell, maybe you have a team of people that are going to be wanting to have the ability to have a lot of automations getting set up. You might want to come in and say, you know what, I could probably resell this pretty quickly. And maybe you want to come in at one of the packages you can do that with and generate 100% commissions for yourself. So I know this was long. I know you probably have a ton of questions. Whatever tools you need more information on, definitely let me know. But from there, I hope you have a great day.